Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the Sustainable Laboratory. Have you ever done something so many times that you just kind of like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. I just do this and X, Y, Z, and I'm done. Well, I ran into a slight problem that I thought I might as well put on film, which is my generators are too hot. Well, that's weird. I put in a cooling loop. Huh. Anyone else seeing the problem with my cooling loop? Yeah, I'm just bridging past the AquaTuner. Those of you who watched the previous video would have seen me build this AquaTuner and might have noticed that it was also made out of copper ore. So, yeah, it started saying overheating. I even came in and rebuilt it out of steel. And, yeah, like, oh, yeah, cooling loops don't work if you don't, I don't know, have them get cooled. So yeah, let's get that fixed. Come on, faster. Oh, and steam pump is steaming. All right, how hot is that? All right, there's a couple of gaps in there. I can bridge that back. All right, that should make those better. We are slowly building up our giant research rockets. Obviously just using the steam from the wonderful steam room to fill them up. I figured I'd go over some of the automation while I'm waiting for the dupes to finish this. Perfect. Nope, definitely the wrong material. Cannot make lead wires near rockets. And a NOT gate. This is my preferred setup for rockets. After trying a whole bunch of different designs, this is the one that I like. So it's high priority this side of things. And with the inclusion of the ribbon, it's just awesome. Now for me, I'm from a place where we read left to right. So all of my scanners are numbered 1 through 4. With the wonderful automation ribbon, you use your ribbon writer to write the code at each space scanner. I number them 1 through 4. You then have the readers, and they're each numbered corresponding. Sometimes the numbers don't quite look right, but you can also tell by the dots, which you can't see because they're covered. All right, once these are built, then we can see them better. There are little dots on them that say whether or not they are 1, 2, 3, or 4. So then my doors, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the second ribbon comes across and repeats doors 1 through 4 for the second 4 scanners. My scan quality is 82% because these scanners and the solar panels mess with these bottom space scanners. That's good enough. Like, that is more than good enough for detecting meteors and detecting rockets coming back. And then for the rocket, you put the NOT gate in to suck in the gantry. You then have it feed into the actual rocket as soon as they're done building. And then it's all nice and perfectly automated. That's going to take a while. Hey, look, these are all running now. It's amazing when you actually run the cooling loop through something that cools it. Not that I need the power, I just didn't want everything to overheat. Ah, you almost got that finished. All right, so these are now done. See those dots right there? That one is 1. That one's 2, 3, 4. And that's how you know which one's which. And you can kind of see the dots back here. 2, 3, 4. And you'll even see the individual lines light up on the automation ribbon, which is kind of nice. It's too bad you can't see the dots behind the bunker tiles. But, you know, bunker tiles, you can't see them. And again, going left to right, I prefer having my rockets in order, but that's just me. You can do fancier automation, which I might do for the cargo rockets like I did in my last playthrough, in order to keep them from launching too fast and taking out the doors. But for the big rockets, it's not a big deal. Nope, we got power. We have rocket. You are gonna go here. See rocket list, and we will call it what's that one? How you doing on fuel? 300. All right. And this rock now searches for what's that. Get all this regolith out of the way. Mafic rock and whatever else is there. Actually, I'm going to prioritize this first rocket. Get it filled up first, and then we'll put stuff in the second one. Plenty of steam in this room. These 2 rockets should bring back enough research for my first space, so I won't need steam, or enough research for petroleum engines. Which will be the first, I guess I'm saying it's the first petroleum I burned, but I'm using jet suits. So, never mind. Jet suits was the first petroleum fossil fuel I burned on this map. Alright, let's put Ada. You get to be the first astronaut. Ooh. In priorities, if you find your astronauts are not going into the rockets, you need to tell them to prioritize operating. That will encourage them to operate the rocket. There, perfect. You just need the Atmos suit. All right, you will go here. What's that? And who dat? Because why not? I should have enough Atmos suits that somebody will come deliver. Bubbles, you can go in there. Perfect, we have an Atmos suit. Need about 300 more kilograms of fuel. Atmos suit the second. Have a quick look at what happened to the power grid. Added some more wires for running the gantries and the doors. And then ran this down for the new research station, which I rebuilt so I can do space research. It's not actually that spaghetti. It looks kind of neat. All right, these are now producing more power than I need at all. All right, first one will launch when ready. We'll start feeding them both. And so 9 research modules is the most you can do with the steam engine. That is more than you need. I think it's 5 gets you the maximum research per trip. But if I'm going to build a rocket, I might as well build it as big as I can because I know these are going to keep getting rebuilt as I improve the engines. For cargo rockets, I don't do that. Might as well just make them whatever size they need to be. Oh, over here, I was having that issue with the cold material. I just did a massive sweep, priority like 7 or 8. Everybody came and grabbed everything out of here, got the steam nice and stabilized. Unreachable. Oh, that's somebody with a suit issue? But you've got, I don't know. Every once in a while I get unreachable food in here when they don't realize that their suit's hanging. All right, let's see where you launch. Launching into a meteor shower. Nice. I should see that retract as soon as it has enough fuel. Should be about 8. The math should be 875, so we'll see what happens. See if I need to crank it up just that extra couple. No. Oh, no, it's opening. Perfect. Just the right amount. All right, we will disconnect that. All right, another 300 for that one. All right, let's zoom out. See meteors hit my rocket. Nice shot. Every time. Just a perfect shot. Oh, I need to set you to pay attention to... Okay, I did do that. And the save. So meteor shower used up quite a bit of the power, but now we're getting power back. So yeah, I was afraid my battery box might not be big enough, but I think it is. And now it's all coming back up. All right, let's do priority fixed ladders because I hate having that broken ladder thing. Who do we got? Probably want another suit wearer. Nadal, who can't do building, I think is bad. I think we're going to go with Ari here. Ari, and you're going to be another supplier. Oh, and very important, as soon as they get printed, grab them, have them go grab a suit. I almost lost Harold when I printed him because he immediately ran down into the magma. And we got plenty more. Oh, I need more snazzy suits. 10. Oh, what did these get hit? That's a lot of regolith. All right, so you have 80, and how big is this? It's about 60. All right. I just want to turn off the steam so I don't have a whole bunch of broken pipes. I'm just going to deconstruct anyway. So I should make sure there's actually enough fuel there. Perfect. Only off by about 5. How far up does this animation go? Nice. Oh, it only goes about 2/3 of the way up. Fun. All right, while we're waiting for those to come back, I'm going to dig up a bunch of regolith. So we'll be right back. While I was waiting for my rocket to come back, I figured it was about time to start building the tube access now that I feel like I've got a good handle on the amount of power I can store up. Meantime, I thought I'd finish up going over the automation for space and kind of this design setup by doing just the amount of doors needed for the rocket. A space of 3 is just the right spacing for gantries. And then these two bunker tiles right here keep any regolith from falling down. It just gets crushed by the door, and the rocket takes care of all that regolith. So the only thing that happens is during a meteor storm, then you can get regolith in weird places. But otherwise, this system pretty much takes care of it. And these guys are just dumping regolith everywhere. Yeah, this is the edge of the map. Nice. How long have we got? And then this is working out quite nice. This is just ginormous. Like I said in the last video, I normally just do 16, and this is 32 doors wide. But if you're gonna go big and solar, you might as well go super big and super solar. How are you doing? Out of lime. All right, once the tube access is in, then I'm gonna start digging up the rest of the oil biome, get all that fossil out of there. Let's scroll down to the bottom. Definitely had an issue where some of the oil broke through up here and nearly flooded this. But so far it's doing okay, and my petroleum boiler is slowly eating this side of it. It's still stupid hot down here. But this aqua tuner is running now that I don't have a metal refinery down here adding to the heat. It seems to be keeping up. And over here is a bit of a mess, but once I pump out that oil, I can come in and get all of this. Ooh, we dug down. Is any of this hot? Nope, that's all good. Just trying to avoid sour gas explosions. How much is here? 89 kilograms. Okay, well, before we crack that open, we'll rejigger this pump once it gets out of water to pump nasty gases out into space. Then we'll filter chlorine into here. Because right now my dupes are just emptying it. Anything in here that's not carbon dioxide, they just dump. Yeah, and that we've got queued up to try and force more water onto that side. How's the temperature looking? Oh, perfectly rainbow-like. But I had to look at my plastic, and I've got 81 tons of it. My glossy Drecos have been going nuts. Well, they've been doing exactly what they do, and my dupes have been doing a good job of shearing the plastic off of them. Is what, high noon? How does that not seem like enough power? Oof, that's bright. Sorry. Oh, because the batteries are full. Never mind. I was trying to figure out why I wasn't getting consistent power out of them. It's because I don't actually have enough storage. Didn't find any of the steel asteroids, which is too bad. But we've got plenty of iron. Looks like we've got plenty of fossil down at the bottom. Alright, finish the tubes. Alright, 2 of them done. And most of these I just plugged straight into the main power line if they were close enough. This one I had to add that transformer. I had my backup hydrogen generators over here, but I just yanked those out because they weren't needed. You're back! Awesome. Let's take... And you broke the door. Son of a bitch. Like this was set to look for it, right? Yeah. Yeah, no idea. Rocket's coming back in the middle of a meteor storm. What are you going to do? What did we find? Isoresin. Not bad. deconstruct that because we know we're switching to petroleum as fast as possible, which reminds me, I'm also going to need Oxalite Refinery. Always my favorite part of this game. I always do that. If I put everything on one side, then the sweeper can't reach it. Refinement, Oxalate. So the sweeper has to go here, and then the storage bin for the gold goes behind it. Automation. Not gate, so when I have enough Oxalate, turn it off. And we'll let our dupes run through it. Oxygen pressure so that it can keep the Oxalate from evaporating into space. And background buildings. Alright, then I just need to find power. Ew, those are bad. I don't want a narcoleptic. I'll grab some extra plastic. Where do I have enough power? This one isn't actually doing anything, right? It's running doors and suit docks. But it's not actually running anything. So you are going to be my power source. Alright, researching up a storm. Temperature-wise, that's keeping up with it. Seriously? You're set to 2. You're set to 1. Oh. Yeah. Somebody forgot a piece. Somebody forgot to do that. Yep, if you don't connect to your scanners, then they definitely won't open the doors for you. And you lose a couple of doors. So, yep, totally my fault. Alright, what did we find? Isoresonant fullerene. Perfect. So this will be my short cargo run, and then hopefully one of these will have niobium. Alright, well, first space mission is successful. Thank you very much for watching. We should be getting ready to launch and hopefully get some research done and get more space research for cargo missions. Hope you all have a wonderful day.